What's going on, man? This is episode number 3. It's your boy Vellie with my co-host Riqo.Suav.
Yes, sir. We
you know
here.
What I mean? We got a special guest coming in the fucking building. We got my man Eustace. I call him E. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Let's get it, bro.
Shout out my guy Eustace Walker, yo.
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? My man made a fashion
Poppin' with
show.
you, dog.
You
You see the drip? Don't act like y'all don't see the drip. On God.
I mean, Happy New Year, bro. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all.
That's all you
good,
right
bro.
there.
We got that little drink for you,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Yeah,
Let me pour it up for my mans, dog. Come on. Yes, sir, bro.
Okay, talk to me nice.
A little bit of tequila right there. Is that cool for you, bro?
Yeah, bro, that's smooth.
You know
That's
what I
right
mean?
up my alley.
All right, bet. How you doing today, bro?
Bro, I'm chilling, man. God is good. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm great, bro. How was your week and everything, man? So far,
So far, so
we in the
good.
middle, what, on Tuesday today?
Yeah. I guess it's the 11th today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay,
Gotta get that right.
Yeah, for sure. I had to get that right for the one time. Yeah,
Gotta
man,
make
it's
sure,
good.
Bro. It's 2022, by the way.
Yeah. Just to make sure, right?
Right.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Nah, man, it's been good, bro. It's been good. You know, has its ups and downs this year, but you know, we're going with it, staying positive.
Got you. Thank you for coming through, man. I appreciate you, dog. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Coming through to bless, you know what I mean? Bless the podcast for us, dog.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Let the
Thanks for
people,
having me.
you know what I mean? Let the people know what's up and who you are, man.
Yeah, man. My name is Eustace Walker. My IG is EustaceWalker.ii if you want to go check me out. I'm a model in the area, actor. Recently was in a movie. It was an extra for Don't Look Up. So if you guys haven't seen that already, definitely go check that out. Has Meryl Streep in it. Leonardo DiCaprio is
I'm
in
about
it.
to Google that, bro.
Definitely.
What up?
Check out the cast list.
Don't
Crazy
look
cast
up.
list.
You know,
You feel
DiCaprio.
me?
Look it up.
It's supposed to be super good. It was the biggest movie being produced during the pandemic. So
It's not out yet?
What's up, bro?
it should be out. Should be out.
Okay.
Came
What's
out
the
last
name of
month.
it? What's the name of the title?
Don't look up.
Don't look up. Oh, it just came right up. 2021 film.
Get me.
Okay.
Netflix.
Is that you right there? Oh no, that's the white homie.
you're
That's
bugging.
the I thought that was you for a second.
You feel me?
My fault.
Nah, you look like him.
But, you know, just I do a little bit of work with, you know, other brands from the area as well. So, you know, try to stay well connected. You know what I mean? So, you know, go check me out.
What got you in this modeling?
Bro, you know, honestly, so I'm from Jamaica, for those who don't know.
Okay.
So when I came in,
Wagwan, bro.
is it me? Well, I'll go on with it. Is it me? But when I came
No,
into this,
I don't see you.
well, when I came into this country, bro, like I used to watch like obviously TV, but I'd see the magazines with people on them. I'm like, how the fuck you get on a magazine? Like, what is this? Is this a book? You know, with somebody's face on it.
What magazine were you looking at?
So my mom was like into S.A.N. She had S.A.N. magazine in the bathroom. You feel me? Just like super light literature. She'll have like home magazines in the bathroom and stuff. So, you know, you're in the bathroom, you're a kid, you're curious, you look at it. And so like from those times, I was always super curious about how you even get onto magazines and stuff. And then I went to college last couple years at Bridgewater. There's a few clubs on campus that had a few fashion shows a year. So my first year there, I tried out for a fashion show, ended up getting in, which was sick because I had never modeled before, never even really took pictures like that. So after doing that, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of smooth. Like, I guess I can do this. You feel me? So then one of my boys, he's a photographer as well. He's from the island. Shout out Michael Thompson Photography. You already know who you are. If you scroll down my page, you'll see him. His work is incredible.
Shout out Michael Thompson Photography, man.
You feel me?
You already know.
He's the GOAT, for real. So
The GOAT.
He started shooting my shots and linked up with another one of my boys. He shot some shots for me. So I was like, okay, let me shoot my shot at a agency, see what's up. Ended up doing that. They called me and ended up signing me on site.
So all this was going on in Jamaica?
Nah, this is when I was here. So I went to elementary school, middle and high school in Nantucket, Mass.
Let's take it back. How'd you get here? You were born in Jamaica.
Okay.
How'd that happen? How'd you formulate to get here?
Okay, got you.
The magazine and everything.
Got you. Yeah, so we moved to this country when I was 4. As I said, from Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Wagwan. You see me.
You see me.
You see me. I got you. Nah, for real. So yeah, moved here when I was 4. Started school out there when I was 5. You know, went to elementary, middle, high. Ended up coming off island for college. Went to Sacred Heart my first 2 years at college, which is in Fairfield, Connecticut. Great school. It was my dream school at the time as well. But my sister started school as well, so I ended up coming back just to save costs, cut costs on the family a little bit. So I transferred to Bridgewater. So there at Bridgewater, they have African Student Association. They had a freeform fashion club too. Afro-Am was another club that did fashion shows and stuff. So just getting connected with different people on campus, they let me know, hey, this is something we got going on. So I went, a couple of my boys were doing their thing. I knew they were into the fashion stuff. So I was like, all right, like, let me tag along. Let me see what this is about. So I went to a couple of the meetings. Everybody seemed cool. The e-board was dope. So they're like, yo, you should try out for the fashion show.
Did you have some, like, were you into style? Like, did you have, like, style? I was coming up. Like, you had the drip.
Bro,
said,
honestly.
You know what I mean? And that's what.
Honestly, I was an ugly nigga growing up. I ain't even going to lie to you.
Hey, yo.
Bro, for real. In high school, I had no drip. I played soccer and basketball. So, like, that was, like, my clout, so to speak. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But, like, I couldn't really dress like that. I was wearing... The most I can do is straight fit pants because my dad is very Jamaican. He wasn't playing with the skinny jeans.
Oh,
thing.
Yeah.
Back then. He was not playing with the skinny jeans thing, so I had to wear the bigger leg pants. You feel me? Bigger
got
shirt.
You right. He got you right.
He got me right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I had you on timing.
Bro, but I look kind of dusty for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah, facts. You over there trying to model. That's not working with the modeling thing, Dad. Come on, man.
Wasn't working with
trying to do the model thing. Your pops got you out here in the 3X Johns.
High waters and all that.
Nah, ain't no high waters.
Because you know how those pictures be, bro.
Nah, he had on the baggy. He had on the baggy joints.
The baggy joints is a straight fit.
Yeah, you right.
He had on the 3X Johns.
Were you on the cushion with the plastic on it? Did you take those type of pictures?
Yeah, bro. We had a couple of those. By that time, we were in America, so you don't really see that in America.
You want to make sure that shit is not,
And in Jamaica, yeah, definitely. We got the plastic all over our joint, bro.
You already know.
The couch, the love seat, bro.
Caribbeans, man, we make sure the furniture is plish. You feel me? Ain't nothing coming out, no stains,
spots,
of plastic
no
all over it. So when you sit down, you feeling plastic before you feel cushion. You heard me?
You hear me? But yeah, man,
there's some pain in that statement right there.
Because
I brought that pain in that one.
Ass, bro, come on,
You're
man.
like, yeah, you feel the plastic before you feel the cushion, man. You're like, yo, that sound painful. Nah, I hear you though. My grandma was like that too. I'm not even from the islands. I'm already hip.
Oh, to the plastic on the chair.
Yeah. My grandma's old folks, the black people from down south do that shit all the time too.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to sleep, wake up, that shit stuck to your face. I'm already hip, bro.
You got a cut on your
Especially
face.
when it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Especially when it's hot, like that shit.
What?
So
you can't even go to sleep when it's hot.
You know what I mean? On that plastic. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody who still got the plastic on their furniture at home, dog. That's real shit. You in the trenches for real.
For real.
Bro. But back. Yo, I think someone's knocking on that door, man. Someone's coming through. Open it. I think someone's at that door. Just knocking.
Someone at the door?
Yeah. You can just grab that. Yo, we getting a visitor right now, you know what I mean? Live right now. Live direct. You feel me? We got a visitor coming through right now. We don't know who it is, but we're going to keep it going, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Back to we got a special guest.
Oh yeah, it's lit.
We ain't gonna say who came through the door. We just gonna mind our business, keep it going.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
It just got a little bit more lit in here.
Back to saying how Dad was doing my man dirty. You feel me? But yeah, so when you was doing all, with the swag, I was saying. So when people approached you at school and told you to get into it, were you like knowledgeable with shooting? Did you know the basics on how to pose or anything like that?
Bro, to be honest with you, no. Like I really just learned on the fly. You feel me? Like I got into, somebody put me onto Pinterest, which is weird because I was like, what the hell is Pinterest, right? And essentially it's just an app where people just upload photos to it, like different websites and stuff. So you can, like, when you hit the photo, it goes to the website where the picture's posted. Right. So a lot of the times you can look up like aesthetics for, like modeling poses or whatever. So I just started using Pinterest as like my guide for real, and then following different pages on Instagram. And that kind of gave me like the basis of how to pose, what it should kind of look like. And then for me, it was just about like recreating those images that I saw, for myself. So I didn't really know anything about it. I just knew I wanted to look good while I did it. So I definitely had to, use the resources that I had at hand for sure.
Gotcha. Any Caribbean influences on, or just all Pinterest?
Whoa. No. Broderick Hunter. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
Nah, I don't know who that is.
Huge model. One of the biggest models right now. Was a big influence for me. I can't think of the other model's name, but something Beckham, I think. Yeah, another really big dark skinned model that's been running the game for a while too. So looking at their pictures and try to get inspired of what looks good for my skin and stuff like that. Definitely was a big help for me.
How'd you find your niche and get into it? Because like you said, coming in, not knowing, modernly, you think people got to be all extra fit and like,
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I mean? So what's your way on that?
So I originally thought I needed to be bigger. Like I'm like, nah, like I'm a little slim. Toned obviously, but like I'm like, nah, I need to put at least 30 pounds on. You feel me? So when I started taking pictures, I was like, all right, well, I like it kind of, the picture would look better with my shirt off. Right. So I take my shirt off for the photo and then I look at the photo. I'm like, oh shit, that looks kind of good. You feel me? So like I kind of had to get comfortable with myself looking the way I did. Obviously, I'm always trying to improve and get better. But at that time, like I wasn't in season for anything. Like I wasn't playing any sports. So I wasn't in the gym like that. So, just kind of rocking with what I had. I like to stay toned at least. Exactly. I'm not going to look crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, being slim, I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I look good with it.
What gave you the confidence to, like, to keep going, like you said, to find that look? Was it going to the gym to make you build that confidence? Was it you in the mirror like, yo, I'm useless? I'm useless.
You said, yo, I'm useless.
Yo, I'm useless. You know what I mean? I'm useless, you know what I mean? But, yeah, but yeah, what gave you the, drive?
The confidence?
Yeah, the confidence.
I think it really just came from, like, knowing what I wanted to do. Like, even though I didn't feel like I was what I needed to look like, I saw other people that were doing what I wanted to do that looked, I want to say worse, but, like, wasn't as toned or didn't have, like, as much muscle on them, because I wouldn't say that I'm, like, completely skinny. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly, like, I'm not malnourished or nothing, so it's like...
Yeah, you got something going on.
You feel me? So it's like...
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah. So, like, I'm seeing other people, and it's like, all right, well, obviously I can do this, too, because, they look like this, and I look the way I look myself. So, that coupled with knowing my end goal is kind of how I kept pushing towards whatever I'm doing today, pursuing today.
I want to know, you said, like, your dad was kind of getting in the way, like, with you in your modeling career at first, because he wanted you to look a certain way. Yeah, so sure. I want to know, like, when was, like, how was the transition when you started kind of breaking away from that, getting the drip going, like, what was some of the first items you started, getting for yourself?
Okay.
Where it was like, whatever, forget what my pop's talking about. Yeah. I'm doing the model thing, so I gotta make sure I got this on. I gotta make sure I got these on. Like, what was that like?
It was interesting because the first thing I did was pierce my ears.
Oh, see the piercing,
bro,
getting pierced up.
Like Caribbean parents don't do the piercings, right? If you're Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about, right? So
get your ears pierced.
Got my ears pierced, and it wasn't just one. I got both of them.
Like the top, both ears,
both at the same time.
You're right.
You feel me? Because when I was
so you had to wear the tape on your shits.
Nah, bro, straight up. Just the
you just got them done?
Yeah, I just got them done, so I just let it air out. I had come over, I was off island already, so I was going to go back on island because we're still living there. I was coming from college. And I stopped at the piercing pagoda or whatever. They pierced my ears. I was laughing to myself because I'm like, yo, I know.
It's going to be slow.
You feel me? I know they're going to at least say something. They're going to say, yo, why'd you do that?
Right.
Sure enough, got back on island. He saw my ears. He just stood there and looked at me for a while.
Just stared at you?
Just stood there. You feel me? He just stood there looking at me. I'm like, what's going on, Dad? I was like,
damn. What'd he say? What'd he say?
He was like, I knew you were going to do this.
He knew it. He seen it coming?
Yeah, because I asked him when I was 12.
Okay.
Because that was when all my boys was getting their ears pierced, right? So I asked him when I was 12. I asked him again when I was 15. And then I asked him again when I was 18.
Yeah, he's mad.
And then he already knew it was coming. I was 21 at the time.
Right. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to do that. So then obviously I'm buying my own clothes by then. Started wearing my jeans a little bit more form fitting. Like my clothes a little bit more form fitting. My mom loved it. She was like,
Luke was feeling it.
You feel me? She's like, you look so good, whatever. But my dad was like, yeah, like,
He was feeling it, but he was hating. That's what's up, though.
I mean,
that mean you doing something right, man.
He's very old fashioned.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
You did the right thing.
So when did you start accepting your modeling career?
I don't know. I just kept on shooting pictures. I sent it to my mom, and she'd see it, but
So he's still hating.
He's kind of on the fence with it. I wouldn't say he's hating.
He's waiting for the money.
He's waiting
for the money to come through, so that way he can feel okay about it.
Right, I'm doing something.
Yeah. But until the money's there, he's like, he's wasting our time.
Right.
I'm already hit.
So you'll see me on Facebook. Like he'll see my ads for whatever, or see people reposting my stuff, and he's like, "Oh snap! Like my son is doing this,
right?
This. When did this happen?" But it's like, you were really a part of it, right? So it's like I kind of just did my thing,
right?
And here I am today. So it's like,
and what did he want you to do then? Did he not want you to do that, or did he want you to do that? He wants you to look gangster while doing it, like
he's very traditional. So
he wants you to go to school. And shit?
He wanted originally he was pushing trades.
Oh word,
you feel me? Because he's a painter.
Oh right? Word, that's what's up. Like painting like houses and shit.
Yep.
Word.
Yep. Paints houses for a living. So, when he was talking to me, he was like, there was a lot of construction companies on island. So I think his vision was for me to own something.
Do a trade and just get to it.
Right. So. Even to this day, he's still saying, he's like, yo, like you can always get a trade.
Right, you can always paint houses like me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't want to do that because I'm getting my degree.
Like I'm too busy wearing clothes that don't got paint on them.
and the sand from the walls and stuff.
Right, yeah.
All of it messed up so many pairs of pants, so many shirts just from that. So
yeah, they gotta wear the same like jumpsuit like every day.
Every day, he got 5 pairs of pants that he wears every week. Washes them at the end of the week.
They all dirty.
All got paint on them. Different colors. They look like a mural.
Yeah, but he know the difference though.
Hey,
he know which one's which.
he get into it. They make some money.
That's good money. Hey, shout out to all the painters out there, man. They get into it. They're making money.
The ROI is crazy. So, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So, do you have a favorite shoot or
a shoot
that you
favorite shoot? I have a couple for different reasons. The first shoot I would say on that list would be my first shoot ever, because that one I got to sit while he edited it, literally sat down with him. He kind of color graded it and showed me like what it was gonna look like. I think we shot like 200, 300 photos that day. So he kind of just went through them with me and said, what do you like about this? Here's what I'm thinking with this. Kind of gave me like that creative direction, but let me see it firsthand. So like that shoot for me will always be super special. Another big shoot for me was my first Timberland shoot. And the reason why that one's so special is because that was my first professional job that I got paid for. And that ended up going on Finish Line.
Elaborate on that. How you land that?
Yeah, how'd you even get that?
So remember I was saying like I got signed to an agency right after doing all those fashion shows on campus.
At Bridgewater State.
Yep, at Bridgewater State. And so they ended up connecting me with the people that were doing the fall 2019, winter 2020 line. So it ended up being like a SpongeBob collection and a bunch of different like sweaters, jeans, boots.
You get to keep all that stuff?
No.
Damn.
Because I'm getting paid.
Nah, you getting paid. Hell yeah, I'll take the check.
You know what I mean? Like it was a good amount. It was a good amount of change.
Right. Yeah,
I can buy this stuff.
You can go buy it. Yeah.
No,
that's fair. That's fair.
So they're like, you know what, you're good. But ended up being on like Finish Line, Foot Locker, the Timberland website, other smaller websites that were using the photos from the shoot. Ended up being in store, so it was like a whole kind of it was like an in-store online campaign kind of thing. So that was my first professional one, and that one's super special to me. So those are the big two.
No, that's a big deal. Timberland, shout out to Timberland.
Shout out,
my boy opportunity, man.
Yo, can you give me some? Well, not me, but the viewers, some insights on, but you know how that went down, how that
like behind the scenes on it.
How'd that function and go?
Yeah, man, it was
wearing
cool.
all that makakeup and everything.
Oh, the makeup?
It was funny because when the makeup artist sat down with me, she was like, "Oh,
you don't even need none."
Precisely,
he don't even need makeup.
Precisely, she's like, "Oh, your skin is so nice. Like, you don't even need makeup. I'll just do like a little bit of this."
Right.
That's what's up.
And
I was like, "All right." I was like, "Say less."
Right.
I mean, the less makeup, the better. But you know, it was cool. Like I got first they send like a notification saying, "Hey, Timberland is looking for X, Y, and Z. These are the days that they're going to be shooting. This is kind of what you need to bring." And then once you see that, it's usually email. So once you see that, you click accept or deny to the email. So I had accepted it. A couple of days later, they'll send like an itinerary kind of thing. So like it'll give you exact locations, exact time, who your connects are, what they do, just a long list of information. that you end up taking to the shoot. So for me, I ended up getting a haircut like the next day after accepting it, because they send the information right away. And this is the agency I'm referring to. And that's kind of how it goes with every job. Like I actually have a job right now that I just submit a audition tape to. It's for Stop and Shop.
Hey, shout out to Stop and Shop.
So if I get casted for that'd be what's up, Shop. Stop and Shop, if you hear this.
Yep, I spent mad money. I spent a lot of money at Stop and Shop.
So they'll send like the job request, and then you'll accept or deny it. Then they'll send like what you need to bring, where to go. Then you go, and then you get connected with everybody, introduce yourself and stuff like that. And then once you go to the actual site, if you're shooting clothes, say you're shooting a campaign for their online website, they'll have all the clothes that you'll wear already there for you. They'll have you try stuff on, see how it fits. Then they give it the green light. They give the executives on the outside a green light saying, hey, this looks good. We can go ahead and shoot this. For me, I shot it with another individual who was in another agency. So I was on the website for a group of pieces of clothing, and he was on the website for pieces of clothing.
Gotcha.
Benny Ace, awesome, my boy. If you see this, you feel me? Good shit. You kind of set the bar for me on what I should do, and definitely learned a lot from him from that shoot. So,
where was the shoot at in the Timberland shoot?
That was also in Amesbury.
Amesbury, okay.
Yeah, that was in Amesbury,
Massachusetts.
So, yeah, that's on the New Hampshire, Massachusetts border.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What are some of your struggles that you encountered, doing the modeling thing? Because, it's not like crazy lucrative. I don't know, I'm on you,
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Like you, man. So I don't know. But you let me know. But it's a grind. So
for sure.
What would you give some advice or value for upcoming models?
I would say the biggest challenge, especially when you're trying to make a living off of it, is creating money for yourself while you're doing it. Because obviously you got to go to the shoots. You got to pay the gas for that, right? You got to find the clothes to wear. If you don't got it, you got to buy it, right? They'll have the basics that you'll need. So black pants is a basic. Like, you got to have some black jeans that you come with, specific types of shirts, whatever. So you got to buy that. Plus other stuff, like you got to get your haircut, whatever. So you got to have the money for it. So I think the biggest obstacle for me was working full time, and then trying to find the time to shoot and stuff also. So I would just say, like, you just got to prioritize, your craft at the end of the day, because, you can make the excuse like, oh, these are my days off. Like, I just want to chill. That's fine. Like, if you want to do that, but just know, like, your career is not going to go where it needs to go because you're not putting in the reps. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting out, shooting your shots, seeing what you look like in different positions. Because it's really, when you don't have the game, you got to figure it out, right? Because you're not always going to have somebody to hold your hand to come, do whatever you need to do. So if you're not putting the time in to figure it out, it's just like you're spinning your wheels. You're not going to get anywhere. So those are the two biggest challenges: finding the time or making the time, and then just going to do it. You know what I mean?
And while you was going through that process of finding the time, what kept you grounded and being like, I'm going to keep going, like, since, and how'd you even connect with other photographers to, like, like for the models, like, damn, who can I shoot with? Who should I shoot with? Because you had your shooter,
right.
And how'd you, let's say, separate from, but when you found another photographer, how'd you go that route to like connect, and how that happened to shooting other photographers?
Yeah, man. I think so. To your first question, how did I stay grounded? I think knowing why I was doing it, like what I was trying to get out of it, was a big thing for me. So like, I wanted to be in fashion shows. I want to model for Gucci, like walk the line. Like, I want to walk in the Christian Louboutin line. Like, you know what I mean? Like those bigger shoots, the high class fashion shoots or fashion shows, like those are the things that I want to do, right? So for me, that vision always kept me grounded, because I'm like, all right, well, like I need to get comfortable with me first, so that when I get out there, it's not like this is my first rodeo kind of thing. Right. You know what I mean? Because you watch the videos, and all these models look like they know what they're doing. They're getting paid to know what they're doing, So like for me, just getting the reps in, knowing my vision and moving towards that. And then just connecting, like you said, Instagram, biggest resource we have. And it's funny because how I actually met you is exactly that same way. You know what I mean? And definitely one of the best decisions I made for myself.
Right.
Because for me, like, I was looking for people to shoot. The boy that shot my second group of photos that I ever shot, he was in Nantucket at the time. but he went to school in Boston, so he's never in the Bridgewater area. Michael Thompson, lives on Nantucket, but he also shoots in New York, Florida, so he was hardly ever around, right? So to find somebody else to shoot, because I'm like, damn, like I don't have anybody to get out with. Like I want to try this look, I want to try this, you know? So I'm like, all right, well, I'm listening to Gary Vee right now. Huge. He's like a mentor to me that I never met.
Gotcha.
But Gary Vee, he was like, just shoot your shot. Whatever field you're in, try to connect with people in that same field. You know, whatever you need, just go out. Send 100 DMs a day until you get a response. You know, it doesn't matter. Just put the work in, right? So I'm like, all right, bet. It's a numbers game. So it sounds feasible. You know what I mean? So
it's true.
Got on Instagram, typed in Boston photographers, did the hashtag, searched through the hashtags for photographers. Ended up connecting with a couple. You were one of them.
Yes, sir.
And then we linked up. Got some
Crazy
shots
shoot.
in. You feel,
Yeah,
bro? Got some insane shots in.
Shoots.
So, and then it's just been raps from there. So, like, definitely using Instagram as a resource is the biggest game I can give, because it's like you can geotag, like if you go to specific places, you can see all the pictures that people post in that place or videos. It's like reels now, so you have all that information. You know what I mean? Then you can see who's posting it if they tag the photographer. So you can click the photographer or DM them even if you're not like following them. You know what I mean? It's so accessible. Everybody's so accessible. And especially when you're creative, I feel like people are willing to work, you know, especially if you're hungry, if you have something there, like using your Instagram as a portfolio kind of. And when they see you, they're like, oh, snap, like you're serious. Easy to get jobs like that, or, you know, connect with other people like that. So Instagram for sure.
That's real shit. Shout out to Instagram.
Shout out.
That's a fact. So at what moment in life did you realize, like, yo, I'm really modeling? I'm a model.
Man, I don't even think I'm there right now. Like, it still kind of hits me from time to time. Like when I look at my email and I have a casting for Netflix, or, you know, hearing my agent call me and say, hey, like, Netflix wants to talk to you. You know, there's this director here that's like looking for people. They saw you, they want to work with you. You know, so shit like that really kind of still hits me. I'm like, damn, like I really do this for real. You know what I mean? Like
I really like that.
I really do this, and they pay me accordingly. Like, I still have the pay stubs to like
you really
prove to myself.
You really got a resume, I mean? Yeah.
So it's like, because for me, I'm still just me. So when I go out and I see myself in different places, or I'm in the act of doing something, it's just like, damn, like I'm really doing this.
Yeah, bro.
Right now, it's live. Like we're live and direct right now.
That's what's up.
You feel me? So
how you feel? You like the journey of the modeling so far? What's your future plans, and what's your journey on that? Your end goal with the
modeling?
Yeah,
bro. Honestly, it's been amazing to answer your first question. Like the self-worth I've gotten out of it is incredible. Like the confidence boost, seeing yourself like continue to prosper in something and continue to pursue something. Doesn't matter the challenges, like what you're going through in your life in that particular moment. Like just going through that, it builds character. You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing I've taken away from the whole experience. Just, you know, continuing to grind and continuing to put your head down and just chase what you want to do. You know, I love it so far. I plan on continuing to do it, because I think expanding and growing, whatever you got going on, is something everybody should do. I feel like life's purpose is to grow and continue to like move in other areas. So I want to use modeling as just that. Like I was an extra on a Netflix film, like I was telling you guys, kind of just all sparked from modeling. So it's like, to do anything else, I'm just trying to, you know, add tools to my toolkit, continue to grow, and, you know, hopefully one day reach those lofty visions I have for myself. I have like a Calvin Klein shoot that I set up myself on my Instagram. Definitely go check that out. Eustace Walker.II on IG. Don't forget it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I would love to do stuff like that. Any kind of commercial shoots. That's what I'm signed for actually by my agency. So commercial stuff, you know, TV stuff, anything like that. Okay,
so you're not just only doing editorial. You just all over.
Everything.
Okay, cool.
Which is why this podcast is dope, because, you know, it's the first of, you know, leg of that journey, so to speak. So definitely appreciate y'all for having me.
Appreciate you coming through as always.
Appreciate you, bro, sharing your story with us, bro.
Exactly. You did say something about IG is really big. You know what I mean? And speak about IG, man. Everyone's a model. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, everybody's a model.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. It's funny. We live in a weird town because everybody has a camera, right? So for me, I always wanted to separate myself. I wasn't comfortable calling myself a model until one, I was signed. Like, it had to be on paper.
Right.
Somebody else is vouching for this. No, go look at my link on X, Y, and Z. You feel me?
Like, no, yeah. Don't ask me. Like,
go look.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Exactly.
Google
go look. Yeah.
You feel me? Google my name.
And you tell me what it says next to that shit.
You feel me? So like, for me, like, distinguishing myself, making sure like, it's a professional thing. You feel me? Making sure people understood with my work as well that, I'm really serious about my craft. This is a craft, and like I said, everybody can be a model, but are you really doing it for real? Right. But if you are, Instagram's a huge asset for you because it allows you to show your work and connect yourself with other individuals that might follow you.
What for you in particular, what's the difference between an IG model and a model?
The signature is everything for me.
Besides the signature, because a shorty can get a signature, like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you feel like is the difference? Like, yo, I can go through a girl's page and be like, yo, fashion over, hit her up, whatever, because, you know what I mean? This is the dotted line sign.
True.
She ain't really a model. She got
some contract.
No disrespect to nobody, you know what I mean? No disrespect, first of all. But, in society right now, IG is the, it's the modeling world.
Yeah,
so how do you feel like it's difference? How can you tell the difference?
Man, the way I've differentiated myself is I can't see anybody else that can tell me that they've modeled for Timberland. You know what I mean? My boy Asa, he's modeled for Macy's. He's modeled for I can't even think of all of them off the top of my head. But he just did a campaign for Macy's. He was just in Hawaii shooting. I think for a movie, if I'm not mistaken. If not, it was for a commercial. Right? So those things really matter to me because it's like bigger brands are investing in you, but it's not just like, oh, we're going to give you some stuff to wear, which is a lot of what IG is, like finding ambassadors to wear your stuff and promote your brand, right? But for me, it's like, all right, what campaigns are you working in kind of thing? Like, where's your work from that? You know what I mean?
Like, who have you worked with?
Right, exactly. And those are things that I ask people. It's like, oh, like, who have you worked with?
Right.
Because people will be able to tell you. Nobody who's done something is afraid to promote their stuff.
Right. Like, they should be able to be like, bro, I've worked with this person. I've worked with this. I've worked with this. Even if it's small time.
Exactly.
Who have you worked with?
Exactly.
No, I definitely hear that.
So for me, it's like, that's how I see people. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're actually doing this modeling thing for real,
Gotcha. So speak about, the big brands dishing out money. How do you feel when on the back end when models should start pricing? So how you speak on that?
Okay, like me and my own prices.
Yeah, how do you feel like when the models should start pricing? Like, yo, this is what I'm gonna charge.
I think as soon as you got that signature on that contract with the modeling agency,
the price goes up.
Your price goes up.
Gotcha.
Because that's the stamp of approval. Like, yes, like you do this kind of thing.
What if you're shooting with whack photographers?
Bro, you can't charge nobody for that.
But I'm gonna say, what if you shoot with whack photographers? You get a little deal, but you look at the work, you gonna tell me you like, you know what I mean?
Bro, like I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that, right? If however you get to the bag, you get to the bag. But all I'm saying is, like, you gotta have the work behind it. You gotta have worked with somebody. For me, like, I didn't price out nothing. Like, I was going for free until I got signed, and even after that, I was like,
still
how long
like,
were you shooting? How long were you doing free shoots for? Until you was like, yo, I'm gonna start charging.
I was doing free shoots for 2 years. 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, not making no bread.
Yeah.
Damn. Pockets.
So you was working at Stop and Shop?
Nah, I was.
Shout out to Stop and Shop, yo. Don't do that to my Stop and Shop. Shout out to all my real niggas out there,
I'm about to say crazy story.
Working at Stop and Shop, holding it down, man.
Is giving niggas $18 an hour right
Shout out to my niggas at Stop and Shop, man. Getting to it.
Nothing
wrong with Stop and Shop.
Spending a lot of money with Stop and Shop, man.
That's like
don't do that
a year
to my Stop and Shop niggas, man.
If you need that, but I was an assistant manager for a spice and tea shop, and I also ran their social media as well. So
hey, that's what's up.
I was doing a little something social media wise as well. So
when you was at Bridgewater State, what was you studying? Was it modeling?
No, so I was originally a physical therapy.
Hey, okay, nice.
So I was pre-accepted to my PT program and then my master's program as well at Sacred Heart.
And you did all that.
So no, I ended up transferring out of that program.
The undergrad or the master's?
Undergrad.
Okay.
Undergrad. So I transferred out of that. So when I was at Bridgewater, the program wasn't the same. It didn't align the same. So
you was going to school in Cape Cod? Oh, Connecticut. Okay. Yeah.
My first 2 years of that.
Yeah, Dream School.
Yeah, Dream School.
Yep. Yeah.
So then after 2 years, it got kind of pricey because it's like
and then you had a whole ticket of sacrifice for the family.
Had to.
Right.
Had to. So I came back in the state, and at Bridgewater, changed my major to business originally.
Okay.
And then I actually changed again.
Damn.
I actually changed again to English, just because I was in the marketing side. I was getting into,
you was going to class saying, you them. They're like, yo, this nigga need to go to class, bro.
You see me. You see me.
Yeah, we in our class still, you see me.
He was like, hey, yo.
grades, but, English is off a little bit.
Hey, dog, I was going to class. Hey, I wasn't wasting no money. I would show up late, 20 minutes late, but I was still in class, still got A's.
Yeah, all them credits is still coming through.
You feel me?
Let them know.
Still was supposed to make Dean's List, so
Yeah, let them know. Transfer it on.
I had to do that, so ended up, now I'm studying English, getting my professional writing degree, so
nice.
Bachelor's in professional writing.
Right, that's what's up, bro. Shout out to you, man. Congratulations, dog.
So you graduated, or you're going to?
He's finishing it up.
Finishing it up this year?
So it'll be the spring of next year.
Oh, spring. Okay, that's what's up. So you grinding, modeling right now.
Yep.
And me working.
He's figuring it out, man. That's what's up.
He's grinding.
Stone by stone, you feel me?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So as of right now, you signed to an agency.
Yep.
Are you turning your name into like a brand? Is that what we're doing with this? Are you going to be signed to agencies, or are you trying to build yourself as a brand? And another question is too, my fault.
Yeah,
I double question with this one. How do you, for me, bro?
Okay.
How do you be signed to an agency and still build your brand?
That's a great question.
It's a beautiful question. Actually.
Two beautiful questions. First one, I think building your brand is super important, right? So, and that goes back to like expanding and doing more and growing, right? So for me, yes, I'm signed to an agency, and that's really good because I get the jobs that I need, the exposure that I need, right? That also in tandem builds my brand because now my name's attached to these things that are seen by millions of people. So in that way, it's like when you see my face, it's like, oh no, I've seen you here, right? So there's that trust. So I think that branding yourself is about trust between you and your audience, right? So to go to your second question, I think that doing the agency stuff, working with the bigger brands, also trying to branch out and kind of do things a little different. I don't want to speak too much about it because it's still in the works. Gotcha. But I realize that giving the game is important, especially when you've done something and you're proud of it, right? I think that once you get to a certain point, not saying that I'm anywhere near where I want to be yet or, at the pinnacle of what I'm doing right now, not that at all. But like when you have information and people are coming to you for information, at some point, you're going to have to adjust. You're going to have to give the people what they want. So that creates more trust. And, you continue to move like that, build your brand like that as well. So a lot of things in the works. I don't want to speak on it too much. Gotcha. If you want to know more, it's on the IG.
So over time, when you're building with these agencies and you build your brand, are you going to like just say cut ties with the agencies and just keep building your stuff and just be a one-stop shop?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so because... for a couple different reasons. Primarily because they feed like my content too. Like when I post something, say like I end up working with like Gucci in the future, right? When you post that, it's like, damn, this dude is working with Gucci. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you can't get the in unless you're with an agency, right? So,
can you define what the in is?
So the in is just essentially getting casted for these roles, right? When
like on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Yeah, like being a part of their like
they're like
returning. Returning. A regular.
Getting paid for these campaigns.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So when you have what I mean by the in is when they're looking for people for these campaigns, they'll go to agencies first and say, hey, you're big in this area. Who do you have that fits this description? once they see that list, they're like, all right, we choose this person. They've worked on this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
We like their look. All right, come through, right? So that is what I call having the in. And sometimes you can't get that if you're independent. Like you'd have to be like
the man.
You
gotta have like a mad followers on your own.
Exactly.
For them to be like, oh, now you know what? Hit up that Eustace kid.
Right.
He already got 1 million followers on his own.
Right. You gotta be doing something else, like you're on TikTok and you got 1 million.
Right.
On TikTok
They're like, we need his platform, his audience.
Yeah. So sense. I think for a lot of upcoming people, like getting affiliated with an agency or getting signed by an agency is something tangible that they can do, because it also
opens doors.
You know what I mean? It gives you that seal of approval saying, hey, no, this is what they've done. It's documented. Like, they're good to work with kind of thing, you know?
Definitely. No, facts. I hear you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I remember you mentioned the degree. You said you getting an English degree or something. Yeah. What do you, so like, you got plans with that, or you just doing that just to get the bachelor's? Because like, you was like, just spent so many times transferring around. Like, you got some plans with that, or you just doing that just to get up out of there?
Nah, bro, I got some plans for real. So like, I'm in sales, marketing, and advertising right now. That's kind of my background. So I think being able to speak right, super important, especially when it comes to promoting yourself, right? Like, you have to be able to accommodate all demographics, you know, speak in a certain way that gets people to do certain things. You know what I mean? If there's an end goal in sight. If you're in marketing and advertising, you know exactly what I'm saying.
No, yeah, definitely.
So for me, English is super important because it gives me the opportunity to sharpen my tools. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I feel you want to sharpen that.
Right, and it'll go farther than just, you know, my work. You know, it translates into my modeling career, because say I'm doing my own campaign for something. Like, say I do a shoot and I want to present it like, you know, this is a group of photos from a certain campaign. You got to position it like that, not only by posting the photos, but also like what your caption is as well.
Gotcha.
Right? Which is the written word piece. Right. So English all ties into that, and then helping me speak too. Like, if I want to do hosting, if I want to, you know, speak at different events, like I should be comfortable doing that.
No, yeah, so, that's solid. That's a solid degree. I was just asking, you know, see what your plans was, but I understand.
So are you gonna mix? I
understand completely.
My fault. So you're gonna mix it in together?
Already have
mix
been,
it with, oh, okay. Gotcha. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I do ads as well on the back end for myself. So say I shoot some content, I'll use Facebook ads to promote and get reach new audiences.
Word. That's what's up.
You know.
So it's very similar to a communications degree. Very
similar, but
you're using it similar to a communications degree.
Right. But just getting a little creative with it. I don't, you know, you can go into radio with communications. So there's a little bit more play when you have a communications.
Yeah, and you're not really playing that much.
Not really. Yeah. No, you know what I mean?
You're not really playing around with it like that. Yeah, I got you.
So English is definitely going to be like the springboard, and has been even before I was an English major. Just realizing the power of the words, you know, and like how you use that.
Oh yeah,
need that right
Needs
now.
that.
So
definitely.
Sure.
I hear you 100%.
How's it with the ladies and everything, man? You know, since you got the degree,
you can't do something crazy.
You got the drip now,
right?
You know what I mean? You're chewing with, you know, with big brands. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sick. Hey yo, let me.
You're traveling to state,
right?
Hey bro, hey, don't set me up,
bro.
Don't set me up.
He said, oh. He said, oh. Hey yo, my man said next question.
I wasn't setting you up. All I'm doing is telling the ladies stay away.
Right.
I'm just giving them.
He was trying to tell the ladies to stay away.
You made it hot.
Stay away, but hey, listen.
Now what you know?
I ain't out here like that.
He said, "Hold on, don't stay away now." He said, "Hold on now, don't stay away." You can still come through.
You can slide on
Hold
me.
on now. You can still pull up.
I just don't want you to think that.
Right. Yeah.
You get me.
Got you.
Yeah, you see me.
Is it me? I feel everyone feel that.
Hey, so I see that you got that under control.
Right.
Bro, you know what I mean?
Don't set them up, man.
The best thing is having yourself under control. Once you have yourself under control, you know what you want.
Yes, sir. Amen to that.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Because I see, you know, you're really about about the business, you know what I mean, of the aspects and everything, because, you know, with the misconceptions, everyone thinks modeling, and, you know, with the buff and shorties and everything like that. Yeah. So I do appreciate you, you know what I mean, that you actually in it to, you know, help yourself and other brands, you know, build something up with it, you know what I mean, not just doing it because, you know, the benefits that you can get out of it. So, you know what I mean, I appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? And always, you know what I mean, I see, you know what I mean, in the back end, you do help out a lot of, you know, upcoming models with poses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you want to give a little tips and tricks that you do, or, you know, set yourself up to, or even what websites you use or sites you use to, you know, get your ideas and everything.
Yeah, for sure. I'll say one tip I'll always say, man, like, get comfortable with yourself. I think society right now has this air about it where you kind of have to front like you're somebody else, or, you know, you got to do things a certain way to look this way. You know, and I think that's not healthy mentally. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I've never been, you know, the most attractive kid or whatever, you know, like, so I've had to accept myself for who I am and just be comfortable in who I am. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been like about shorties or anything like that, even from a young age, because realistically, like, I was a church boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the choir at school and at church.
You
like,
couldn't get crazy if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I was on lockdown.
He's not doing it for the hoes.
Yeah, I mean, I was on lockdown, no sneaking out thing.
He had no moves anyway.
Hey, yo, you're telling me, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Nah, I'm already hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Like, my biggest tip is just get comfortable with yourself, bro. Like, it'll take you farther than anything else anybody can ever tell you right now, you know? So, another tip, I guess I would say for people coming up, first of all, follow my IG. I do tips on IG. It's called Eustace's Tips. You might have to scroll down a little bit of ways. I got some work that's there. Get me, bro. It's all good. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll see some tips. But I would also say another thing is go on Pinterest. Pinterest is a great resource as well. Gotcha. If you have an aesthetic in mind, a certain look that you kind of have thought out, but you're not too sure about the specifics yet, you'll go on Pinterest and see, oh, I like where he posed there. You know, like, maybe if I don't do this exact same thing, maybe I'll find somewhere that kind of looks like that. Or, you know, I like his outfit in that one. I can definitely use that for this shoot. You know what I mean? And kind of just piecing together your shoots like that definitely helps with your creative direction, just getting inspired yourself. Because I don't believe in reinventing the wheel. Right. I think there's a lot of amazing people out here doing amazing things. And although I think I'm amazing myself, I can definitely learn a few things too. So, you know, use those resources for sure.
That's for a spell.
Yeah. So, what investments do you have to make coming up? Like, you know, making sure that, you know, you have your lineup straight.
Yeah, I know you said the haircut.
How consistent you have to
some
be,
black
bro.
pants.
Because it ain't easy. I ain't gonna hold you. I tried modeling. You know, I ain't know. You know what I mean? I thought it was Chris Brown for a second.
We see it.
You see me?
You know what I mean?
You see me?
I had the dress though. You know what I mean? Then I got the dress like, woo, I can do this.
You know what I mean?
And I started, and I was like, woo, I can't keep up. Man,
right.
This is crazy.
Poses
is
crazy.
It's crazy. I had to do too much. You know what I mean? They tell me to get my underwears. I'm like, bro, chill. You know what I mean? So I had to ask you that question. I ain't trying to do no sponsorships like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so. Yeah, my fault. I got you off guard. But
nah, it's all good, bro.
Put the pain in that one right there.
Nah, bro. Repeat the question one more time.
What you say? What investments?
Yeah. What investments?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What crazy investments you found out you had to make in order to do this shit for real?
Like that's consistent. That you know
that you didn't even know you about to have to do on your own.
Traveling, bro. Traveling, because I feel like people get comfy, right? They say, "Hey, I want to do these things," but don't realize that some of the people you're gonna have to connect with are outside of your area,
and you gotta pay that flight.
You feel me? You gotta pay the flight. You gotta pay, you know, the gas to put in your car, whatever. So I think that was the biggest realization for me, is the traveling costs. You know, so I've invested at this point thousands of dollars. You know, just getting to places so I can shoot and work with different creators.
So what about the drip that you buy? Because you can't just take a picture and wear it again. So what about the way, you know, the gear that you're buying? They're
lending you the drip, right?
You know no, I'm just saying it for himself. You know what I mean? Like personal stuff.
His own drip
or whatever. You know that you have to.
Yeah, you gotta keep up with a certain image of damn self.
Like you gotta keep the lineup going.
Yeah, you keep the lineups. Where you get your haircut at?
I go to my boy. He's on Main Street in Hyannis.
Hey.
Where the hell?
Spacing on your name right now.
Where's that at?
Oh,
but
damn.
you know who you are at International Barbershop. You know who you are.
Shout out to International Barbershop. My man keeping on my boy Crispy out there.
Crispy.
You see, real crispy.
You see, he knows what's going on. He knows what's going on. But bro, like I think for me, I buy a lot of functional shit. Like I buy like pants that I could wear with different kinds of outfits. You
gotta buy a lot of versatile items.
Huge, because it's like you can create a look without buying some more shit. Like I'm not wealthy by any stretch of the imagination just yet, so it's like for me, I got to be smarter with my dollar. I got to make it stretch a little bit, you know. So buying functional, versatile clothing for me gets me right. Obviously, you got to buy the one-offs. You know, where you gotta,
one and dones.
You know,
you gotta have your one and dones.
You gotta have the one and dones.
What's some one and dones that you done got?
A couple jackets, one and done.
What kind of brand was it? Was it just regular jackets that was just fly, or
regular jackets?
Just some fly shit you just came up on. Was that
came up on it? You know what I mean?
TJ Maxx, what?
Forever 21.
Forever 21. Zara.
Yo, are you into fabrics or just brands? Like I know we say a lot of brands. How you into fabrics? You look into fabrics and stuff like that. You big into that? The clothing?
I'm more of a aesthetic person, right? So I shop based
Shout out to Behind the Aesthetics podcast. We out here, man.
You
heard him, dog. You heard what he said, man. Episode 3, we here.
We live, we direct. You get me? Shout out.
Yes, sir. You see me.
You're locked in. So the aesthetic is big for me. Like if I know I want to look a certain way, I'll buy pieces of clothing that help me achieve the look in a sense. So it kind of just overlaps into my modeling also. So I mean, I guess fabrics will go into that. Whatever brand has what I'm looking for, it doesn't really matter as long as it looks like what I need it to look like. You know what I mean? So I have my favorites, but like I'm not too much into the brands right now. Just the look, I guess. You don't gotta be, you know what I mean? You don't gotta have on the Versace to look good, bro.
No, facts.
You know what I mean?
Definitely do. I just want to see if you was really into, the fabrics when you look into it before you buy something. You know what I'm
quality
saying?
for
quality.
Sure. Quality for sure. Yeah. I don't mind spending the extra bread for quality. I will say that. Even if it's not designer or whatever. ASOS is huge. They'll have like
ASOS is
the
shout out to ASOS.
Plug.
Okay.
Suits, you got trousers, bro. You got chinos, you got sweatpants. Bro, ASOS needs to swing that check actually.
Right.
Bullshit. That sponsorship.
Swing it to my man Eustace, man.
You get me?
ASOS, stop playing my man.
Stop playing with me. But the one-stop shop, ASOS, gets you right. So they have a lot of versatile items on there for sure.
Yo, before we leave, you give us a lot of value today. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Secret sauce.
But you heard him.
You gotta give him secret sauce.
Give us a
we need a drop for that secret sauce.
That's coming.
Yo,
if y'all have
sauce, you need that promoted. We need that. We need that secret sauce.
That's coming, bro.
Hey,
that's coming.
The aesthetics.
We need it. We
need podcast sauce.
We need the actual sauce. You don't have the actual
secret sauce, man. Give us some secret sauce that you holding back.
Man, I would say I can't give all the sauce because I gotta. Hey,
not all the sauce. Don't give all the. Just a little bit.
I got some stuff coming out. I got a model resource. Let's call it that. Okay. For now, I got something coming out for all the new models that they can reach out to me.
Okay.
And hit me up for.
Okay.
So definitely check that out. That'll have a lot of sauce in it.
Okay, that's what all the sauce is at. He's hiding the sauce.
I ain't hiding it. It's about to be live for you, but
he's manifesting the sauce.
Before you get the sauce, you gotta.
Hey,
you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Bro. I tried, guys. I tried. You ask, I tried. You know what I mean?
It costs. The sauce costs.
The sauce.
He definitely gave us a lot of value.
The sauce costs.
Nah, I will say though, be confident in the things you want to do. Don't take no for an answer. I think I'm not one to take no for an answer. Once I have a vision for something, I like to see how I can help it come to life. You know, what I need to do to make sure, it works out the way I need it to go. So I think, just being resourceful, using what you have at hand. You don't always got to go somewhere else to, do the most. Like, the grass ain't always greener. You can outsource some things like where you are, So use what you have to your advantage. Be yourself. Really like cliche stuff, but I'm telling you, like as somebody that doesn't believe in cliches, I'm telling you, if you just do the things that you've heard since you were a kid, it'll get you a long way. Because I'm still trying to take that advice myself.
Gotcha.
You know,
we all still learning, man. Where can the people find you, man? Before we get out of here, where they can find you at, man? Even though you said your IG a million times, but
hey, bro. Well, I'm on Facebook too. If you want to connect with me on Facebook,
you got website, whatever. You know what I mean?
Website,
website coming soon.
Let them know where. Drop it.
Website coming soon. That's under construction. You feel me? Stay tuned for that. But definitely, if you haven't already by now, follow my Instagram. It's Eustace Walker, EUSTACEWALKER, no spaces, .II for the second, Eustace Walker II on IG. And follow me, see the journey. You feel me? Shoot me a DM, what's up, whatever. Let's connect.
Let's get it.
You feel me?
You know what I mean?
Thanks for having me.
Behind the aesthetics, bro. Before we head off, my man Riq.
You already know what it is, man. It's Riqo.Suav. Instagram at RIQO.SUAV. We here. Twitter at Riqo.Suav. Let's get it. Episode 3 with my guy Eustace Walker, my boy.
Yes, sir, man. Uno Vellie on all platforms. UNOVELLIE.